Hey, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition. Shit, I'm sorry, everybody. I screwed that up. I help Pockets. Welcome to another exciting edition of Fatal Showdown. I am one of your amazing, beautiful, handsome, gorgeous hosts, Manchester. Right here, we've got Hell Pockets. Right here, we've got Beta. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
It's going all right, man. Feeling pretty good. Nice Monday afternoon. I hope you guys had a good weekend.
I
If you had a weekend.
think I think we're fiending for some fucking KOF, bro.
I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, yeah, it's been kind of a dry spell, I guess, right? You know, at least for me. I've been kind of all in that other game, and now I'm thinking about 3.0 again.
Oh,
Yeah.
good thinkings,
characters
bad
around.
thinkings.
You know, the weird thing about KOF is that it's never really good or bad for me. Like, I'm just, like, it's so a part of my life now that it's just, like, a thought, like, you know, taking a piss in the morning. You know, gotta do it. You know, how am I gonna pee tomorrow? Am I gonna pee standing up or pee sitting down? It's
So-
whatever I feel like.
So you mean that it wakes you up at night and disturbs your sleep? Because that's definitely taking a leak from me.
Oh yeah, no, totally. It'll do that. You know, like I'll definitely like, you know, wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh my god, what if it is B. Jeanette?
Oh, boy. Yeah, and now there's a new theory. So, first theory was
A new
Mary.
one?
Yeah, first theory was Mary.
Okay,
Second theory, Janet.
Jeanette.
Now it's Mei Lee.
Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
How? I get.
People have put up silhouettes or pictures of Mei Lee, and it doesn't look exactly like what you would think it is, but it kind of fits. Just a bit. Just a bit. And you know the way people are. People are very desperate for information. They want these things to be real, so you know what? It's real to them.
I mean, they did fit like 15 bows into the last silhouette, so.
That shit was dope.
Yeah, I really like the Franco Bash one and the Joe Fuha.
That was the best when they hand drew it in there. They're all janky looking.
That was amazing.
Makes perfect sense, man.
I guess we should just get straight into it with the latest reveal, and there he is. Bam!
Yep.
It's Hyder.
Hydern. Is that somebody you wanted? I'm pretty sure you were whispering somebody's ear about that character.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, I've been telling various sources that I have that Hyder needs to be in the game. And these sources, you know, they came through.
They agreed.
Yeah.
You have the juice, as it were. You know. But now don't ask him for anything else because.
Oh, I asked
you
him
know,
for something else already. It's too late.
Jeez, dude, you're gonna use up all our favors. All like, you know, the goon juice only goes so far. We gotta wait another year before it replenishes.
Yeah, it takes a lot of lemons to squeeze out that juice, bro.
Nah, man, I got a whole bottle of this gummy berry juice with a sticker on it that says Goon Juice.
Gummy berry juice. That's not real juice. That's drink.
Wait,
The
what?
thing is, man, we don't want to all get fucking carpal tunnel like you did.
Well, that's fine. See, I did this amazing magic trick that people don't know about. All right, I just stopped playing, and I still get what I want from this thing. Saying, "Yeah, I'm a hardcore player. I need this," and then they give me what I want. It's great.
I mean, that's cool. Like looking at Hydern's video. I mean, I'm not gonna wager to say that he's not a high execution character or anything like that, but like, you know, he's a charge character, so you know, you get to simplify some of your movements a little bit. I think. You know.
Has that been proven that his commands are gonna remain similar?
I mean, he's got a lot. I don't think they put it in a move list yet. Did you ask your contacts that they could give you a move list? Do we have one of those?
I told my contacts to make him 2K1 Hydern, which is not a charge character.
Shit.
So that's what I want. Okay, I need that. See, having bad hands these days, it's hard for me to charge. So I would rather be doing
Really?
DP motions, and yeah, charging is hard, man.
Is that why you like 98 Terry?
DP
Oh,
rise and
okay.
tackle.
Makes perfect sense.
200,000 frames of guard point. Why wouldn't I like it? Come on, it's amazing. But yeah, Hydern's back. He's wearing a tactical outfit similar to
Sponsored by Under Armour.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
like Under
Even
Armour
Clark,
or
dude.
Boss, Big Boss, not Big Boss, but Boss
Oh,
from
man.
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh yeah, he has the double-breasted gun belt.
And he is in amazing shape. This man is.
He's been surfing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a swimmer's body. That's what that is.
No, well, he's always been super lanky, but yeah, his previous costumes have always been like kind of loose-fitting, somewhat maybe even German-inspired militaristic attire. And this one's just like, you know, I've been on that P90X. I know that shit's like an old reference, but it still works for me. I got the 8-pack. You
He,
know,
he definitely wears Hugo Boss.
like I'm gonna say right now, like Hyden look like he out to give Leona a little sister.
Damn.
Hmm.
Just saying.
He's gonna team up with Oswald. But they're both gonna go. They're
That's
both
his
gonna go rob some culture of a child. Hey, let's just pick
Wait,
up another one.
You know what? That makes sense. So we've got the new Saudi Arabian character coming
Oh
out.
my God.
So she's either the next.
fuck.
There's only 2 characters left. So she's the next one being announced, or the last one. Being
Yeah.
announced. What if these 2 teamed up and just went to Saudi Arabia to like liberate her and bring her into the King of Fighters tournament to fight for them?
That's true.
We'd like to use you for your
That's the-
unique skill sets.
That's true. That would be an interesting idea. You know, you get a whole like feel good story with liberating a woman who probably was like a little oppressed at the time. Might have some demons in her.
You know what's funny
know?
is they're probably like, man, fuck Kukri. It was like we need somebody real shadow-looking motherfuckers.
We need another shadow-looking hoodie-looking motherfucker. I'm now hearing rumors that Kukri's a woman, so I'm like, dude, is this like?
They never did confirm a gender, did they?
No, they haven't. But the whole idea that SNK Heroines is based off of that webcomic, which is completely about the female cast, and well, I guess that gets broken up by including whatever the hell the Xanadu is. Like, no one's really confirmed if that's a man or a woman either. Totally possible that Xanadu could be a woman. But yeah, people are saying that because Kukri is a main character in that series, and they could possibly appear in SNK Heroines, and their gender could be revealed. So
Interesting.
very interesting. But yeah, so Hydern and Oswald clearly going to hitting a night in the town in Saudi Arabia. Blowing up the nightclubs.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, you're right, man. This dude definitely looks like an Olympic athlete. Like, all right, guys, I'm about to do this commercial. I finally got a sponsor here, and yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
They
to those sponsor
changing my
bucks.
outfit. They're like, you're gonna make me change my outfit a little bit, and don't everybody get all freaked out. I'm still the same Hydern, just a lot sexier.
I got knee pads now, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. Gotta say,
you need knee pads as you start getting older.
Bengay.
Yeah, dude.
Keep the old away.
I like the boots he's wearing too, man. I have to buy me a pair of those.
Stomping boots, eh?
Yeah, dude. I get some big ass feet.
So a couple of gameplay things that I noticed. They gave him a new attack, three new attacks technically. So he has his normal CD attack, which is like he's got the finger pointing in the sky, like
The gun,
like
right?
that. Yeah. But the thing is, it whiffs anyone who is shorter than him, which is like 95% of the cast.
Oh my god.
So we'll see how it changed. And they gave him what looks to be Leona's, or I'm sorry, so the CD, he has an EX version of it. So we can assume it's a command move now.
Right. Yeah.
Unless he's got a normal CD and an EX CD. Which would be weird. Another
Change
move
the game.
he has Leona's back forward kick. What's the name of that move?
Grand Saber.
Grand Saber. All right, so he's got something similar to that, which appears to be a low. I don't know. I can't tell.
The EX one was like a little cross-up low thing, right? Where it
Yeah.
almost looked like it looked like Mature's EX slash.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. And then the one that I'm most interested in, they basically just stole Jetta's super.
Yeah, what is that, dude?
He just throws a pinwheel at you and it's just spinning. It's spinning, and that looks really. It looks like it could be an amazing super.
I mean, so given that he was the one that taught Moon Slicer and probably Grand Saber to Leona, the next possible progression in the Hydern moveset would possibly be turning that energy into a projectile. And he was like, it's just a moving Moon Slicer that hits multiple times. So yeah, they turned him into Jetta slash Carmine.
Oh yeah, Carmine has it too, doesn't he?
Yeah, Carmine has it also. So who knows? He might be a super meaty heavy character. Throw that into the corner. Make him block it, then come in with the high-low.
His attacks seem pretty good. His forward B seems to reach a whole character and a half away from him, which is ridiculous. I like it. Everyone's saying that he lost his helicopter because it didn't show in the trailer.
Next slicer.
Yeah, he also says go to heaven instead of go to hell for his super. Which Twitter was really offended by that.
Wait, really? Somebody got mad about that? I think it's corny, but
plenty of people got mad. You're supposed to say go to hell, not go to heaven. What's this? Am I hearing him say go to heaven? The fuck? And it's just a bunch of people complaining because they have nothing else better to do.
that's I'm watching the trailer right now, and I'm just like, yeah, man. Like, how can you complain about anything? This is probably one of the better trailers they've released.
Yeah, like I know a lot of people who are newer to King of Fighters don't know anything about Hydern, and I've seen a lot of mixed reactions. Some people, like a lot of older players, are like, I didn't like this character before, but you know, whatever. It's cool, nice to have him in. Others, this character looks boring. I've seen someone say this character looks just like he came out of Metal Gear, which, I mean,
He kind of does, man.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's kind of there,
Or
but that's not
or
bad.
like a Namco game that's like a fucking light gun shooter.
Oh God, freaking Time Crisis.
Yeah. Do you remember the one that had Rambo? Like you could legitimately be Rambo.
No, I didn't know they had that. I need to get on that shit. Damn.
Yeah, they got it in every like Dave and Buster's and shit.
Oh.
But yeah, sure. I guess you could go with Time Crisis. It could be a fucking Time Crisis.
Actually, so you were talking about Next Slicer, and I noticed with his climax, it actually starts out the same way as Next Slicer does. In fact, it is a Next Slicer that goes into a backstab that sucks out energy and then explodes out of Yamazaki's ass like a pincushion.
Wow.
So they
Okay.
turn Next Slicer into a climax.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was already his super before.
That's what I mean, yeah,
Like
so they just-
he did the same animation, jumped at you, looked like he was gonna do a next slicer. Instead, he just steals your soul. Oh man,
It looks like they combined it.
he is Jeddah. Jeddah steals your
Yeah.
soul. Jeddah's got the pinwheel. Jeddah's big, tall, lanky guy. Jeddah makes his head explode. Oh wait, yeah, he's Jeddah. Not the exploding head. And I like
You know what? And I think that he definitely believes in stem cell research. So
Look, I mean, with the way he looks, pretty sure he's.
Christopher Reeve in the
Dude,
flesh.
I
baby.
was just about to say that. I was like, dude, he looks like Christopher Reeves like really broke through with that research and is now able to walk, and he is now in the game.
Christopher Reeve is dead. Long live Christopher Reeve.
That
I
was
like it.
definitely the reference sheet that they used, the fucking Christopher Reeve shots.
Dude. Hey man, they resurrected him for the dead. I gotta be honest, I did not expect him to appear this early in this cycle. I thought that they would give us another update before we got Hydern because there were so many characters that everybody wanted to see, and one in particular that we're probably not going to see now. That I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be maybe upset about, maybe not bitching too much, but Shingo apparently does not appear to be on anybody's list
just
for 3.0.
I think, you know what, to be honest with you, I think as soon as Oswald got announced, the hopes fucking must have dropped to 2%.
Yeah, they must
It's
have.
just
Like,
the one reveal was like, oh, Shingo's done for, man.
I gotta say, they'd probably have to open up with Shingo if they were gonna put him in. There's no reason that they would save him for last. That's just not gonna have the same impact as Rock
Well,
or anything.
it would
like
make
that.
sense because you fight him in the middle of the tournament back in '97 and '98. So you
You think
I-
she just-
say
I
should
feel
be
like
second.
he would work so well in 14 just because they've done a pretty good job at selling the personalities of a lot of the characters,
Mhm.
and I feel like his would be like the ultimate test of like, all right, let's sell the fuck out of this dude and make him goofy as fuck.
Provide some much needed personality to the game too. Like not that the game already doesn't have a lot of personality, but like I look at Oswald and I look at Hydern, and they're kind of selling me the same thing. Like really cool old dude.
Mm.
I need kind of like goofy, ginky guy, basically like Shingo, to like kind of bring in like that younger crowd of people that are like, oh, that character looks funny, and critical hits. I like critical hits.
Oh, critical hits are the best.
Yeah.
What I can follow up off my critical hit. Oh,
Just gotta be ready, man.
yeah,
He's the bar the character.
always ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters I personally would like to see, but from what I've seen a lot of people say, these are two of the characters that were rumored to be in 13 DLC, rumored to also be in 14 like a year and a half ago when they what is it called when they get into the game source? I forgot when they did that shit.
Are you talking about the
Data mine?
Yeah, data mine.
Yeah.
When they data mined this, they found like a bunch of names, and if I remember right, Oswald, Hydern, and a few others were found. So people just assumed those are gonna be the characters.
Mhm.
So I want to be honest. I'm fine with whoever the last character is. We know who one of them, one of the characters are, and the other one again. It could be it could be one of very many characters. So, like I said, the latest is Melee Pockets. You're saying it's not Shingo. However,
I mean,
some
it doesn't
people,
look good.
Yeah, some people are saying it is Shingo because Shingo does finger point gestures at times, which I don't remember seeing, but people are saying. So the whole theories, all the theories are based on who points their fingers. Those are the theories right now.
Okay.
And the
God damn it, dude.
yeah. So Mary was the strongest contender for number 1.
Oh, shit.
We're gonna get a crossover character from
yeah.
fucking Capcom.
And they're gonna be doing a pose they never do.
Yeah. What the fuck?
No, that's Cable. That's who it is.
Oh
It's
God,
Cable.
it's Cable. Just stand heavy.
Marvel decided, let's cut our losses with Marvel Infinite. Let's go to KOF 14.
What if it's just like OG? What if it's just like OG Hyder and doing a stand CD? And I'm like, yeah, finger gun.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So the Mary's was the strongest contender, and now I think Janet is up there too, kind of, with Mary. A lot of people are more convinced is Janet because who was it? I think Nobuyuki has it as his Twitter header.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, "Oh my God, he has the B Jeanette as a Twitter head."
Yeah.
That's totally a hint at
And
who the next character is.
That's been his Twitter header for several months now. People just throwing this out there.
Oh shit!
Don't
So
tell us that.
People are trying to figure out, like, oh wait, is that it? Is that the case? And they so desperately want it, which I understand. And now Melee, and yeah, there are some people who still think it's Shingo. The one thing I believe they said it's 2 male, 2 female characters.
Oh really?
Yeah, I could have.
Oh
sworn.
damn, we're gonna have to go into the fucking history books for that one. Let's look at the Twitter logs, guys. I want to see if that's true.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever mentioned that publicly, but I mean, it would make sense. It would definitely be a good way to increase the ratio. But
Well, there's already like I've brought this up several times in the past. This is the KOF with the most women in it.
yeah, for sure.
Just in general and in rate, like the percentage of women in this is higher than any other one. Someone also put up a tweet about it recently, because it was International Women's Day a few days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's International Women's Day, or was, but I didn't know that it was brought up in reference to that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So it's outside of the Arcana Hearts, Skullgirls, like predominantly all girl fighters. This is probably the most women in a fighting game, I think. I don't know.
Okay, just to give a quick shout outs to
Ourselves for liking a cool game.
well, International Women's Day, who is the most top tier SNK women character of all.
Sure me.
You trying to start an hour-long discussion right
Sure
now?
me. No, it's sure me.
Sure, me.
Sure me.
I don't mean by like physical appearance. I mean like actually fucking broken.
Character? Okay.
Yeah.
Playable. Playing.
Top fucking
In
tier,
SNK?
baby.
In SNK?
All games are open for this.
So it's gonna be Chizuru 98, Kasumi 2K2 Janet Mark of the Wolves is up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
I would say I wanted to say KOF 11 Kula, but she's more like just really solid and just like a good character in a sea of bad characters. So
2K2, Angel, Vanessa, Athena. 2K2 Melee.
You are naming a lot of characters that I hate.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of characters.
Kula in just about every game. Arcade Mature. For 13.
Oh, hell yeah.
An argument could be made
Mature
for
14, like 1.0 14 mature.
an argument could be made for Yuri and
13 general, yeah.
You know what? Mature had a fucking infinite. in
That's yeah,
Arcade
Yeah,
13.
exactly.
an arcade.
Yeah.
Cool. It had freaking
Fucking.
invulnerable EX race spin.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, man. I remember Bala used to fucking abuse the fuck out of that shit.
So we're limiting this to SNK, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely
okay.
SNK.
Because I think the one true answer is Chun-Li in Third Strike, right?
What the fuck?
No, I mean
Oh,
just in
man.
general. If you're not limiting it to just SNK,
Oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I think it's right.
I don't know. I guess I feel like a lot of people complain about that as like, well, that's definitely a wall.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
wouldn't know.
SNK wise, I think I want to say that covers it. I'm trying to think of other games and.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can claim one stands above all of them in terms of sheer brokenness. It's
My
just too
and
many
Real
different
Bout
systems.
Special is very good. Arguably one of the top characters.
Oof.
Last Blade 2, no. Last Blade 1, maybe. Yeah, I can't think of any more.
That's still a lot though.
It is.
Yeah, women been pretty well represented as top tier characters. Cool.
Yeah. You kind of. That's one of the things about SNK games is that if you were fighting against a female character, you're probably dealing with some really good buttons. King, for instance, in 2K2 Holy shit.
King in 13.
I was gonna say that.
King in 13
You don't
was
need to
also
go
a problem.
She's good.
Far
She's
back.
good. I won't say
King-
she's like broken or anything. She's just good.
She
Yeah,
was
exactly.
solid. Some people thought she needed more, and I'm like, nah, she's perfect.
Oh,
what
fuck
she
that shit. Now you're trying to get into broken territory.
Nah.
All right. Well,
Ugh.
interesting topic. Shout outs to International Women's Day with that one.
We should give that topic to our audience after this show is over. Maybe see what they think.
And they kind of already weighed in on it.
Oh shit, yeah.
Also, if
Yeah,
you
in
want,
our chat.
if you want to bring in Neo Geo games that aren't a part of SNK, the argument can be made for Tia as well, and
Okay.
Ryla.
Oh
Ryla.
my god, yeah.
Okay.
Holy
Tia
There you
more
go.
so than Ryla, obviously, but yeah, there's.
Okay. If you add
Down
them
player.
into it, like how does it
Oh
stack
shit!
up?
I forgot Charlotte from Samurai Shodown 1 and 2. She's very good.
Yeah, Cham Cham.
Cham Cham 2 is a nice gimmick character that people don't know how to fight. Amaxa in what was it? Samurai Shodown Tenka, right? Or was it 5? I forgot which one it was. Where she just slaps the living shit out of you.
Is a Moxo a woman? I thought that was a dude.
Wasn't she a woman? I forgot. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Oh,
Nox-
Nakaruru and freaking KOF and Samurai.
Oh
Shodown.
yeah, 14, early 14.
There we go. That's the most broken SNK female is Nakaruru.
CVS 2?
CVS 1.
Oh, CVS 1. Yeah.
CVS 1.
King
CVS
and
1.
Nakudo were good in CVS 1, weren't they?
Yeah, they were both good in that. My vote's for Nakaruru, strongest SNK female ever.
Cause she crosses platform.
Yeah, she went across the waters and beat the shit out of everybody else over there too.
Cool, man. That's cool. All right. So we talked about the dude that or sends people to heaven.
Oh, yes.
Top tier women for International Women's Day. What else do we got, Gibby?
Some unfortunate news.
Oh
the
shit.
inspiration for Kim from the Fatal Fury, SNK, KOF, all that stuff. He recently passed away, I believe, at 82 or 80 something, 86. Hold on, I had it right here. I apologize. 82. He created Viacom, which was a Korean gaming company. He is the reason that SNK was basically able to work in Korea for the most part. They loved and respected him so much that he had 2 children. One was Jae, the other was Dong, and you can take a wild guess what games they put him in. But yeah, he was a huge part of SNK, especially in the 90s. And I want to say that he also helped create Fight Fever.
Yeah, he produced Fight Fever, Korean Neo Geo game in the 90s. So, big part of Neo Geo SNK history there. Unfortunate.
Well, I think this really highlights as to how SNK and Neo Geo has been able to be very much an international company that a lot of people recognize. And to have these figures that have been prominently featured in video games, or even just locales that have been represented very well throughout all fucking games. It's really cool, man. I definitely think as a company, it's been very internationally focused and respected on the world.
Yeah, I mean, when I think about it, like the idea that at the time in the 90s there was a Korean effort to make fighting games, like that was like almost unheard of, you know? You never heard of anything coming out of Japan or America, I guess in some cases. So you know, that was actually kind of crazy hearing that Fight Fever was a Korean game, you know? And then there's always like, I mean, I imagine, I don't want to say for sure, but KOF Wing, that's the Korean game, right?
I think.
I don't know if he had anything to do with it or anything like that, but unless it's a fan game or some shit like that. But anyway, the whole thing is like, it's just really cool that, you know, he got to you know, bridge those gaps and create those relationships in a time where nobody really thought about that, you know? Everybody just expected that to all be produced domestically. So opening the doors for a lot of people for sure.
Yeah, and there's for people who don't know, there were quite a few characters named after employees in KOF, or just in SNK games, or named after something that an employee created. Like say Angel, for instance, named after one of the Mexican devs who was a man, which is why it's Angel instead of Angel. And a lot of people don't know that. And I think there's some information I just can't find. I was trying to find this information the past like 2 days, and I couldn't seem to find it anywhere. But I know it's out there somewhere.
Yeah, it's fact. Yeah, definitely been proven.
Okay. And in chat, someone mentions that Jun from KOF is based on Han Baidel from Fight Fever. That's true. His original design was basically inspired, like 100% inspired by that character. And his striker in 2K2 is Kang Baidel, I think, or something like that. It's something Baidel. But yeah, it's there's a lot that they took from that. SNK loves their employees very much, and they show appreciation in different ways, and that's one of the ways they show appreciation. I know
they always include so many Easter eggs into their shit, man.
Yeah.
I think that's mainly that's a symptom of it, you know, like they have so much pride in like everything that they do, as well as the people that they work with, that they really want to display that. So I mean, it's almost like you make the games for yourself and your friends, and you're just lucky that people like them outside of it and pay for them, you know?
Yeah. They SNK has a lot of stuff like this where you can trace a character back to an employee in very many cases. Capcom, on the other hand, I know I've heard of stories about that. I just haven't confirmed any of them. The most popular one is Seth from Street Fighter 4 being named after Seth Killian. He has
whack-ass character.
Wow. He's sort of downplayed it. I don't think he's ever 100% confirmed or denied it, but he's kind of downplayed it, trying to say like, no, that's not the case. It's not the case. So,
I think in that case it would have to be like, why would you name like a character Seth? That's not like that's not a very good like, wow, Seth.
Well,
so awesome.
Seth is. I think it's the whole Bible thing, because there was Cain, Abel, and Seth.
I don't read the Bible, so.
Well, I mean, I've read it once, and you know that's all I needed.
Cover to cover, you read it cover to cover.
Yeah, sadly.
Damn.
So I think that a lot of these companies, they do subtle. Not a thing. I know these companies do a lot of subtle things for their employees. That are. It's not like, hey, we're gonna give you extra money. It's like, no, how about we immortalize you?
So I was just about to say that.
Let's immortalize you by not letting people know that this right here is you. But you'll know, and you can tell everybody.
Is that the option select, though? Where it's like, hey, we can't pay you more, but check this out. If I put you in the game in some meaningful way, you can't get mad at us, because we fucking put you in the game, bitch.
No, look, okay, so take Kim, for instance. They named the character after him. He is Korean. He uses Taekwondo. Think about that. He is just, that's him. That's what he wants. And then you have Angel, right? It's just, so... It's a Mexican luchador, right?
Yeah.
She does nothing that's like a luchador for the most part. Stole moves from The Rock, and yeah, it's just a wacky character, but it's great, fun character. And then when you think about it, it's like, yeah, you know what? You watch Lucha Libre and you see some wild ass shit happen. That's her. She's not like El Blaze from Virtual Fighter, but Jesus. she's still like she retains some wrestling stuff in her, and it's not bad.
I think they've gotten more accurate with their character depictions lately, though.
Well, they did a good job putting me in KOF 14 as Chang. I'm about it. I'm about it.
When am I going to be in KOF 14? Come on. Me and Abe need to be like a tag team or something. I'm going to be like, I assist him in certain special moves or some shit like that.
Pretty sure Abe is Gangil.
Oh, there you go.
Short, good-looking man.
I was trying to think. I was like, I was like, God, they're either little boys or big burly men or women. They just don't fit in there.
Yeah.
Who do I get to be other than Zazzy?
Oh, you get to be Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah.
Jeffrey McPockets. There you go.
Yeah, see, that's the funny thing. Like, yeah, Sega was like, oh, you know that dude that hates us? Let's put him in a video game.
That'd be perfect. I like it.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, I think stuff like that is great. Like even if it's like in the grand scheme of things, you don't get paid for it or whatever by the company, it's still like nice. You can tell people like, hey, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me right there. And especially if you're like one of the little people, that'd be pretty awesome for a lot of people.
Dude, that must be like a head trip. Like when you are still working for the company and they're coming out with a new balance patch for the game, and you're just kind of like, please don't fuck me up in the game, Like, can I control? Can I be on a team that updates my character? No, I'm too close. Okay, Like, can you imagine if there's like a dude named Ralph Jones that works for SNK right now? He's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Well, I don't know if you know this, Pockets, but the hip hop artist, the rapper, Mike Jones.
Yeah.
He was the inspiration for the character Mike Jones in Star Tropics. Anyway.
That was good.
What else do we have? So, I think that so this is definitely a big impact for SNK. Not SNK as a whole, but like the SNK community that has known about this for a long time. It's everyone just assumed that you never really think about when someone's gonna die, especially when you don't know their age. You know very little about them. But this wasn't a secret. People knew about the characters. Just a lot of newer people came to the scene, and a simple fact: most people don't do research like this. Most people don't care about stuff like this. It's like, oh, how do these hardcore nerds know about it? We just been around for so goddamn long, and
yeah, basically
we know stupid things, and we forget stupid things. Then we're like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
You learned Japanese before it was cool?
Of course.
Not on purpose.
Well, you
just kind of did it by osmosis,
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we get to see more of this. Like, the next character is Naj, or the next new character rather is Naj. Fan made character. That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
People don't understand exactly how big this is. Someone drew a goddamn character.
This is bullshit, man.
Got their character. Yeah, right. That's how you should see it.
It wasn't even available to like the rest of the world. Like, huh? Well, this is like when the French gave you French fries. Wait a minute, what about the rest of the country? What about the rest of the world?
We in America took French fries back and named them Freedom Fries, remember?
Yeah, there we go, right? Yeah.
Fuck them.
That shit was stupid.
It tastes like shit now, by the way.
But no, you got to think about it this way. So the Middle East has a huge, there's a huge SNK fan base in the Middle East. So it would make sense to do this. And on top of that, so you have, what is it? Shit, I forgot. You have Rashid. From Street Fighter V. He's Saudi Arabian, right? And then you have Shaheen, Saudi Arabian, right?
Who's Shaheen? From Tekken?
Tekken, yeah, the handsome guy, yeah. So you have two brand new characters to two of the biggest fighting game franchise.
For some reason, I legit thought his name was Mahmoud or something.
That's my fault. So yeah, so for those who don't know, I made a joke. I used to go by Mahmoud on the internet, and because people called me Middle Eastern and all this dumb shit, or I mean, people use negative things about me.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
So I created a friend, basically a fake friend named Mahmoud, and he would give me directions. He would tell me how to live life, all that stuff. And yeah, I just made it easy.
And that's why we don't get to draw a character for SNK.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Shit like that. Fucking Americans.
So hey, I'm Middle Eastern,
Okay.
right? So basically, this was a very smart move. You have a huge audience there. This will increase sales. This will increase visibility out there, and it's just a good gesture.
Improves the relations in general, and it also, the idea that they would take fan suggestion that that importantly, that closely, is giving them a very subtle but large bump in market to producer relations. They were already listening to us when the game was out and like hearing the complaints about the bugs and the balancing, and they were working really hard to make sure that everybody was happy. And like, obviously not everybody's happy, but they did a pretty good job at least reacting to that stuff. This is just kind of following in line with that, except taking it like 100 steps further and just saying, we'll let you put a character in the game. Not only did they let them put a character in the game, but as you said, they let a relatively I don't want to say invisible because people know about the scene out there, but not so visible region of the SNK community. They let them have some major input into the game.
Hey, also, was this a contestant? Like, they really competed?
Oh well,
Oh,
so you want to talk about how we didn't know about this until after we heard somebody won it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of what happened.
There was a contest.
So I heard rumblings of it. I didn't know how true it was because when it was discussed, it wasn't so much an SNK thing. It was more like, hey, Saudi Arabia, their government is holding a competition to try to get a character into King of Fighters.
Oh, fucking totally unaware to SNK. Like what?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's how the whole thing played out, and there was never any official word from SNK until what? A couple months ago.
I didn't hear none from SNK until like maybe a couple months after the image came out. Because remember when the image came out, SNK was like,
yeah, they
didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, and like all the information for the character came from various like random media outlets I've never heard of. And that's not a good look. You didn't have an official announcement of any kind outside of like, oh hey, yeah, the Saudi Arabian government has confirmed this is real. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, like what? Okay, I didn't know they were.
What'd you say?
Are they holding tournaments too? Shit.
Yeah. But yeah,
I mean, if you've been a fan of the SNK community for a long time, you know that a lot of news gets purported that may or may not be true, and you can never really tell because it's like some dude's cousin that knows a guy that works for SNK, which it's true. Like shit like that happens in this community for some reason, and it sounds so unbelievable that you just like common sense just dictates I won't say anything about this until the actual source acknowledges it, right? And so when SNK was quiet about it, it was just like, oh God, it's happening again. People are just making shit up, and let's just move on from this. And then they acknowledged it, and it was like, oh crap, this is awesome. How come no one else knew about this?
So I'm sure they acknowledged it prior to Evo Japan, but Evo Japan is the earliest I remember them.
Which was way after the image came out.
Yeah, they specifically stated during the Oswald reveal, like, oh yeah, we're gonna have 4 characters. One of them is gonna be the new Saudi Arabian character, Naj, and go. That's it. That's what they did. I was like, oh, cool.
They don't mince words, man. They just want to get the job done real quick and get out.
Yeah, they definitely don't troll people along, or I don't even think they know what that is. It's just like, we got 4 characters. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
honestly, I don't want to see SNK troll because that's like it's probably some nuclear level shit.
I mean, don't they already troll people right now?
They're kind of trolling everybody right now with these silhouettes.
Yeah.
But then they got trolled with the freaking the ET hookup last year.
Oh boy. So I want to throw this out there. There have been no leaks for the latest DLC, which is a very positive thing. last year's DLC. None of them were necessarily leaked, but one was Rock was leaked.
Oh man, that was a travesty.
That was horrible.
Jesus, dude. I mean, we had like the rumored leaks, and we had that mock-up character select board that was passing around on the internet that ended up being 100% accurate, but you couldn't really call that like a hard leak. When we saw like a straight up image of him, it was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. The
Wow.
worst is it was someone's work desk. That was
someone's work dev kit or something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's really awful. Don't do that.
Yeah, I want to say that we definitely got something early for Vanessa also, but people were just like, "Wow, there's no way she looks that bad," and she didn't look that bad.
Yeah, we did. We got a horrible looking Vanessa screenshot, and it looked like it was from I know people made jokes. The game looks like it's for PS2. It genuinely looked like it was very early PS2, late PS1 render.
Like PS2, they're like FMV level videos and shit.
Oh God. I don't know, man. PS1 FMV level is pretty nice. Like Final Fantasy 7 has some pretty sick FMV sequences.
Final Fantasy
8 2 did have some too, but it wasn't in 60 frames per second.
Tekken 1, bro, or the original Tekken.
Oh, the Kazuya smile. Just I threw my father off a cliff. That's all, yeah. But yeah, this is no leaks, always good. And I like how SNK handled SNK, Namco, and Capcom the past few months. Okay, so Namco, that shit has no leaks. All right, nothing came out from that shit. No one knew Geese was coming. No one knew Akuma was coming. No one knew Noctis was coming. And I think there's one more character, maybe. I forget.
I haven't heard anything about it, but then that's just a testament to how tight things are being ran over there.
Well, they mentioned how many characters. I believe there's one more. I could be wrong.
I have no idea who it could be.
SNK.
Cloud.
Yeah. Oh shit. SNK. This time around, nothing. Tight. Very good. And Capcom this time around, they learned that they can't keep things quiet, which is it's not necessarily their fault. It's the employees.
They're too big.
Having,
They're just straight up too big.
They can't keep it quiet. So what happened? Hey, here are all our characters, everybody. And everyone just lost it. That was like the best thing they did. Showed the characters.
That was a pretty good announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stand by that one.
No, that was genuinely the smartest thing they could do in that case. To show
and
off
they
the
definitely
characters.
and they ended it with Sagat, which was like, thank you for listening to the community.
Yeah, and then they kind of started it off with fucking Blanca looking all ridiculous and shit.
I honestly didn't know Blanca was even going to be in the game, though, because he was such an afterthought throughout the entire trailer. I was like, like...
they just he was just scenery? Like,
yeah, I thought he was just
running in the jungle for no fucking reason?
With Sakura,
right?
Oh,
shit, Blanca, what's up, dude? I'm a figment of your imagination. I always have been. I'm not really in these games.
You think I'm really a boy that fell out of a plane and turned into a big green monster? Come on. Are you high?
Have you seen the Street Fighter movie? That's more accurate.
No, I've told people this already. Okay, Charlie is a ghost in this, right? And Blanca is actual Charlie before he dies.
Oh shit!
People need to understand these things. Also, I think Blanca talks now, right?
Yeah, Blanca talked. Well, I mean, technically, he always talked, but it was just it was only in the win scenes. And that doesn't count. It's all text. He's texting his mom. Hey, glad I found you. See you later.
But yeah, like all these did well. And Soul Calibur 6.
Soul Calibur 6. Holy shit!
There were no rumblings of that. Nothing.
Another fucking awesome looking game I'm probably not gonna get to play.
So I'm actually interested because we now know that Namco is at least on the table with guest characters in their games. I wonder if they do the same companies again with Soul Calibur 6. Who are we going to see from SNK in Soul Calibur 6? Samurai Shodown character or Last Blade character?
I think they go Sam Show before Last Blade.
Sam Show.
Yeah.
They're going to put Galford in.
Although they could go completely rogue and be like, you know what? We've always loved Hibiki.
That could be true.
Yeah.
She's too clean though. Like a lot of these characters have pretty eccentric designs.
Yeah, she's kind of simplistic.
Yeah, just throw in what's his name, Kusadagero, right?
Oh.
Throw him in.
Kusadagero? Yes.
Put him in. For those of you who don't know who he is, just go type his name in. It's spelled exactly how it's pronounced. But yeah, realistically, Haomaru, Genjiro, Charlotte would be my top three. Like the top three obvious choices to go into Soul Calibur. I know. Who was it? Zhang Hua, right? She's the fencer in Soul Calibur. So they got her. Mitsurugi is basically Haomaru. And there's no Genjiro for the most part, so they can throw him in there. Or just throw in Seeger. That would be my personal.
Go for the loop, right?
Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. That's the problem.
Him and Siegfried just beating the crap out of each other.
Mm.
That'd be kind of sick. I'd dig that. Well, yeah, so exciting times. Namco not leaking anything, and SNK not leaking anything. They're also doing a really good job, playing the long game on this too, because I know they're probably going to release one character reveal a month, but I feel like the wait period in between is like it feels like it's longer than it was last time.
It does. Did they say when it's coming out?
The actual update? No, they haven't said anything
time
more.
Frame? I could have sworn they mentioned it.
I feel like they mentioned it too because we've been disappointed that it won't be at NCR.
Okay.
So I think they said April.
April. So that would make sense. So January was Oswald. February was Hydern. This month is one of the characters. Could be Naj. Could be the other silhouette. We don't know. And then next month is the final. And it's either gonna be. That means it has to be released next month or May.
Yeah. Man.
Well, hopefully if they get an SNK character in there, that means we get free codes. Come on, come through.
You gotta use those hookups again, man. Just tell them, like, hey, so you know how you liked my idea about putting Hydern in the game and putting Oswald in the game and putting other characters in this game that I can't mention on the show right now? Well, how about you give us codes for giving these good ideas, and then we make this game even more popular because Goon Nation is all about KOF. They just need some wheels greased a little bit,
Okay, I guess they announced it's going to launch in April.
It is going to launch in April. Okay, awesome. That's not a bad time frame, again, I'm bummed that it won't be at NCR this year. And,
it came out April last year, didn't it?
No, I think it was like February last year, man. March? Or maybe because, NCR was in April, wasn't it?
Yeah. March definitely does not sound like that's when it came out.
Okay, yeah, so I think it was because it did come out in April because the NCR was in April, and it was like the first tournament for 2.0, I think. The first major for 2.0. And that's when we did that awesome campaign for Macherino.
I mean, I don't want. Yeah, actually, that was pretty fucking awesome.
I had a good time doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely look forward to really pushing 3.0. We kind of took a step back from.
Gotta diversify.
For a little bit, but it's mostly because we just want to be able to highlight it when it feels right, And right now, it took a bit of a lull. Took a little bit of hit by not being included into the official EVO lineup.
Oof.
But with this 3.0 update, we plan to ride that all the way into EVO, baby.
Yep, side tournament that will be open to everybody. I don't think we're capping it. Probably not.
No. Well, EVO. There's not a lot that can be. Well, I mean, I can say a lot right now. No plans on capping it. However, research I did over the past few weeks, I was gonna need a shit ton of setups if I don't cap it. But that shouldn't be too difficult, right?
Nah, just as long as they're updated.
Yeah.
We'll know when those fast goes.
So we'll see. There's EVO's 6 months away, right? 5-6 months. I don't know.
That's enough time to buy like 5 PS4s, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, I plan on making it a community effort, bringing various people in once I get the okay to do it, and then we can start going in very hard planning it. Sorry, everybody had a back noise there.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to talk about real quick. Is like a lot of people are kind of bummed that it's going to be regulated to side tournament status, and I'm like, that doesn't mean that we're gonna like slouch at all on like the actual organization of it. You know, it's still gonna be a fun event. It just won't be a main event. That's the only difference.
Well, it won't be a main event. However, it's going to be on the main stage.
It's going to be on the main stage and a mainstream.
Yeah, very little chance of it not being on there. So, Just show up. Don't be that guy. So here's what the SNK community did way back when with Evo. KOF wasn't in Evo. They bashed Evo. They talked shit about Evo. They refused to go to Evo. You know what that did? That told Evo that SNK people won't come to Evo.
Man, that sounds a lot like they get with the chick, and then she's like, "I don't like you," and then that dude calls that girl a bitch and tells her, "I thought you were ugly anyways."
Yeah.
You know that's what that sounds like. Hey, girl, what's good? You want to kick it? Nah, I'm cool.
Well,
Fuck you then. Fuck you then, bitch. I thought you were ugly anyways, fucking hoe.
Yeah, that's essentially what this is like, and it's really shitty because this goes into like the self-destructive nature that the KOF community has had. And it's not as widespread as it used to be, but it is spreading. People.
It is not a mentality that can survive in this environment. Either it's going to stay in the basement on its own, or it's going to kill itself and come out and play with the rest of us.
I think the thing is because things are actually going to happen. I think in the past, it's always been up in the air, and thoughts like that can kind of hang over people's heads because there's nothing for sure that's going to go down at Evo. Whereas opposed to now, like, yeah, dude, shit's going to go down. Like, it's cool. Yeah. We'll be there. There's going to be shit that gets ran for KOF, so multiple KOFs, supposedly. I know for sure 14, which is what we're going to handle over there, so...
That's the only thing we're doing. Yeah, we're not going to try to do what's on the plate.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking of adding more to my plate.
Oh no! Don't do this, man.
Fight fever, boys. Fight fever.
Oh God!
My God!
We got you talking about it. Now you can't let it go.
I gotta see who could beat Karate Kenji.
Well, hey, man, this could be like this could be your chance to get like a Breaker side tournament going too. So maybe the day after this.
Shit,
I don't want to see Gibby enter this tournament if we have it. Because the dude's hands have gone to absolute shit, and every time he plays that game, he won't shut the fuck up about it.
Yep.
And the older Gibby gets, he just complains and complains.
Well,
I don't need another fucking reason for him to complain.
There's like not even a skeleton in there anymore. It's just a collection of bone fragments.
Rubber.
If you watched the Mark of the Wolf stream between me and Nocturnal from roughly a week ago. Yeah. It's a lot of one of us, me or Knock, just bitching and whining, and I can tell you for a fact it was not Knock. All right,
Okay.
Wasn't Knock. I'm gonna put that on YouTube tomorrow for sure.
We need to get a fundraiser for your painkillers, man. Jeez.
I got a bunch right here.
Well, vibraniums become available to the masses now, so
just coat it. Just spray it on me.
Because definitely just put that shit on your hand now. So, courtesy T'Challa, it's all good, bro.
Oh man, T'Challa looking.
I still need to see that freaking movie, man. Like I've been trying to see that movie.
Oh, don't say that. They're gonna blow you up in chat, dude. They're about to tell you everything about this movie.
Yeah. So Evo's gonna be good. Don't be negative. I understand some people not showing up, but don't let those people sway you to not showing up. The whole mentality of like, oh, they're not working with us, fuck them, we don't need them anyway, is very stupid.
Self-defeating.
Yeah, like, so Skullgirls community did it, but the Skullgirls community only played Skullgirls. Like, the vast majority have only played Skullgirls, and it worked. They went to Combo Breaker, they made that their event. That was their Evo. And they also, they genuinely, like, KOF guys say, "Oh, Evo screwed us over." No, Skullgirls got it worse than we did. Like, they legitimately got it worse than the KOF community did. Anyone that says otherwise is just an idiot.
I can't say that Evo screwed anybody over, man. Like, this is just
history-wise, the reason Skullgirls didn't get in is because it didn't have, or it wasn't out.
Oh, that thing, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that no one was gonna get out of that alive.
Every year after. A game that wasn't released has been put into Evo, so that's really unfortunate for the Skullgirls community. Like I can see much more how they feel slighted over this, as opposed to us like, oh well, we didn't put King of Fighters in. Look, KOF last year was the lowest entry game. Okay, sure,
it was a very exciting game.
Yeah,
very exciting tournament.
Objectively, that and Blaze Blue had the two best grand finals. Okay. Or not grand finals, top eight. Grand finals, Street Fighter grand final was amazing.
Oh yeah, it was pretty good.
So neither of those games are returning to Evo. Okay, I believe they both had the lowest entries as well. Since Evo, there haven't been very many big King of Fighters tournaments, and a lot of the community has been bashing the game, and they see this, and people aren't aware of that. They just think like, oh, it's all about money. No, it's not about money. It's about what they hear and what they see. Wizard, Mark, Cannons, they all talk to people in the scene. And they read what's going on Twitter, and they read what's going on in various places on the internet. It's not all money like people think it is.
There's no way it could be all money, because there could be like a ton of money behind a game that no one supports, that no one plays.
Like
they
what?
Can't put that in Evo.
Like what?
Let's say like there's $1 billion behind KI. Are they gonna put KI at Evo?
No, there's a perfectly good game that's just recently got released, or recent-ish.
Oh, you're talking about in real life terms.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead with that one. I'm on a brain fart right now.
No, you're not. You know exactly what I'm fucking talking about.
I know it's not. This is not the time or the place to get into that discussion.
Okay, whatever. Well, fine. But yes, there's definitely been games that got the money, and fuck. Anyways, for KOF though, I don't think it's, as a community, as we need to be realistic with our size, right? To not worry so much about the numbers right now, just worry about providing a platform for people who love to play KOF to go play it. Also to a channel that supports it and so on, and support other people that support KOF, because there's a lot of people out there, but regardless, the reason that we do it is because we love the game. We know other people love the game too. Whether or not they can actually attend events, that's a different thing, because we are pretty spread out as a community internationally, right?
Oh yeah.
It's a lot more difficult. We're not all in SoCal or all in NorCal or East Coast, even though there is a high concentration of older KOF players that play older KOF games, which is a whole nother fucking issue we kind of talked about. But we are not united under one game or under one roof. So it's a little bit harder, but as far as on the online spectrum, I feel like we actually do pretty good, man. With a lot of the events that have been streamed, one of the things that we could talk about is Vegas Cup coming up as well.
Oh yes.
That there's a lot of opportunities to view KOF, and I feel like the numbers have been pretty decent considering how big the community is, and sometimes very surprising. So I think the more we support on an online status as well, we get a real numbers to shoot out to SNK and other events that, hey man, at the very least, maybe we may not get the attendance, but I'll tell you what, we definitely get the views. Always. Yeah. At EVO, we've definitely always got the fucking views. So in that aspect, as an audience, I think we're pretty fucking strong. So
I think people have always wanted to watch KOF. Even if they don't play it, they want to see someone else play it, because, I mean, that could be because they were fans of 98 or 2002, or maybe they just loved 13 and they were like, man, I hope someone can generate that kind of excitement again on the EVO stage. And so they tune in to see that shit at least once a year. So we got that going for us, yeah.
I just think people want to watch fighting games at high level, as long as it's not boring. And KOF 13 was exciting from a viewer's perspective. And 14 doesn't have that going for it. It's still exciting, but 13, from the outside looking in, was very exciting. Oh my god, this guy just did this one combo that,
fuck that. I beg to differ on that one, man.
Oh no, I don't like that. But that's what...
No.
Here we go.
Look. People seem to forget. I don't know about you guys. I was never a fucking fan of the Yori Infinite. I hated it. I hated seeing it. I don't care about gameplay. I'm not talking about any fucking gameplay. But as a viewer, that shit was boring. Now, before that, it was very exciting.
When I knew, because I knew what was happening, I was like, oh, that's an awesome display of technique and execution and control, right? But I can't imagine that someone who just got into this and probably heard that, 13 doesn't seem that bad, people are telling me to check it out, and then they see Yori Infant, and they're just like, oh, man, I don't know. I'll check it out. And the game was still very exciting despite that. I'm not even gonna front. Even with HDs and whatnot, I love that shit. You know, I'm not even gonna...
Just look at fucking, was it 2013?
Yeah, 2013.
The fucking grand finals and top 8 was the shit.
Yep.
That if you look at that in a very, you know,
In a time capsule.
Yeah, like that just in itself, that's awesome. But I feel like for the most recent KOF, I don't think we've reached that high of a level of gameplay in that game yet, where people have taken these characters to like, fuck, they definitely got some new shit, and they keep outsmarting each other. Like right now, it just KOF 14 seems like an Iron Man match. Like who can outlast each other in this fucking grind of a tournament right now?
We definitely got to see that at EVO last year with ET versus Shanghai in the grand finals. Where like,
dude,
Shanghai just literally went into autopilot mode and just goes into a fully metered Daimon with a jump D in the corner.
That shit was
like,
dope,
what did
though.
you
That shit was
expect
dope.
to happen, man?
What a crescendo to a fucking grueling ass tournament. Cause I had to use pictures of myself for another like advertisement, and I had to pull from the Evo shit. I was like, dude, why do I gotta pull from last year's Evo? That shit, I look so dead because that tournament just fucking went on. Felt like it went on forever.
Oh, dude.
But,
well, that was
anyways,
a marathon.
Anyways, man, it was. I don't know, man. Like I said, KOF definitely gets the views. Of course, support your locals. Like that goes without saying. But let's try to levy the strength that we do have, and that is definitely in viewership at the very least.
Yeah. So stop being negative about everything. I get it. Not everything is the way we want it, but you don't need to use that as the focal point of your argument for not playing the game or the game is bad. Just play. Enjoy. Even if you're playing KOF 13, play it. Enjoy it. You're playing 2K2, 98, play all of them. But just make sure you're supporting the latest one. That just helps the community as a whole. I've said this plenty of times. You guys know this. I wasn't a big fan of 13. I supported the shit out of it. I went in hard doing so much for that game. And I didn't like playing it. I didn't care for watching it very much. Unless it was Reynolds playing, because I invested a lot in that man. And yeah. Paid off in 2013, and then I think Reynolds, like, he went missing after that.
Yeah, you have nobody seen him since.
For good reason, man. Like, I mean, we'll talk about it on our other show, but that dude is an up-and-comer once again, and they don't see him coming!
No, they don't.
They don't see this man coming, man. The rumblings. Keep an eye out on Randall, man. Support that dude. He's definitely still true to heart a KOF player. You know how many times I walked into a room, he's like, yeah, they're cool and all, but they're not KOF players. He's legit told me that shit. I was like, wow. All right, cool. I didn't know you were that hardcore about KOF.
He definitely never spoke. I mean, I knew he liked it, but I never really knew. Yeah, I didn't think he really vibed with everybody like that. But it's nice to know that he, all that time, was quietly enjoying everyone's company. But I was just gonna say, you know, instead of the negativity, I think that can be replaced with a lot of communication that is now possible between a lot of different parties in the SNK community that originally didn't really do much talking amongst each other, you know? So instead of just like spouting off saying like, this fucking sucks, you maybe hit up your buddy or your new friend and say, hey, how can we make this better? How can we fix this? You know, how can we still have a good time at EVO? Because, you know, people still want to go and people are going to want to play KOF when they get there. So.
I also think that people have a pretty good idea of who are trusted people to go to get shit done as well. Where it's like in the past it's been like one outlet and it's like by default, well, I guess this is what we get. You know, but the tide has definitely changed on that, where a lot of, you know, interesting enough, a lot of the fans that are a little newer and not necessarily old school in the scene have been really pushing 14 and even 13 towards the latter part of 13. Have been pushing the KOF community forward. So shout outs to those guys, because they really put the community on their backs. And speaking of like the Dream Cancel guys, KCO dudes, there's a bunch of other scenes. Sorry, I'm getting choked up.
Texas Vicio's crew.
Sorry, yeah, Texas. There was a lot of guys that guys and girls, because there actually are a lot of girls that play this game that support the
Mhm.
community. That have continued to support it even through its hard times and allows for great events to happen. So
Thank you.
yeah, thanks to you guys for sure.
Yeah. Like it wouldn't work without a community, and that's kind of what the issue was before 13. There was no actual community. Everyone just played online. No one cared for traveling. It's so much different these days. People want to travel. People also want to play online, but they'd rather play in person. And yeah, use that energy for something. We got we got 2 big KOF events coming up this month.
Yeah.
We got Vegas Cup coming up next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got 14 and 13. Both have pop bonuses of roughly like 450, I think, and they've got a matcherino going on for it.
All right.
And what ET is going to be there, and I think the marquee match to look forward to. I don't know all the players that are in there, but ET and Cha are going to be there, and that's going to be something to look forward to. And this is Cha after coming off his
I was gonna say,
Thank
hopefully
you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Bring it up, bro.
Hopefully they don't do this shit like at 2 in the morning, so he can actually finish the match
no,
this time.
it needs to be brought up. It has to be. But this is after he came off of a very obvious rage quit in the grand final set against Violent Kane. And I understand, I get it. He was fatigued, he was tired, he didn't want to do it, but he's got
Everybody else did it. Come on.
Yeah, he's got to go in and he's got to beat the shit out of ET. He's got to bring the title home. Don't let ET win. You can't let him win. Like back in the day, we used to do this thing where it's like, oh, we've got these invaders coming in trying to take our shit. We can't let that happen.
Yep.
What we gotta
Dude,
do.
we do that between NorCal and SoCal. And shit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's still a thing. Vicio, Violent Kane, Decimo, Cha, Stray Wolf, Pedro,
Decimo.
ET.
What?
That's
Nice.
good.
Damn, you
Decimo's
should
alright.
advertise the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
That's surprising to me. I don't think Decimo would travel to some shit. Cool.
Well, yeah, he told us he doesn't want to travel out too far, and he's in the Chicago area somewhere.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass for him.
That's a big fucking deal. Okay.
But yeah, they've got Vegas Cup has prizes from SNK. They got a pop bonus from SNK. Again, a matcherino. And it's gonna be good. I forgot where it's gonna be streamed. To be honest with you, I forget these things. However, it's gonna be a fun tournament to watch. It's a 1-day event, I believe, which means if players show up for 2 days, they got another day to stream and do a ton of casuals, a ton of sets, and all that. It's gonna be good.
Money matches.
It's gonna be streamed at twitch.tv/pressstart. LV? Yeah, press start LV. I'm not wearing my glasses. It's hard for me to read things. I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah, and then so this coming weekend we've got final round. There's no KOF there. No SNK representation of any kind there, I believe, outside of the BYOC. But I'll be there. I'll see if you're going. We can hang out for like 5 minutes. Cool. Then the last weekend of the month, we've got
NorCal Regional.
NorCal Regionals. Oh, and I think KOF 13 is going to be streamed on Kings of Colorado for Vegas Cup. I think. Not 100% sure. I'll confirm it a bit when someone updates me in chat. However, NCR, we've got an $1,100 pop bonus from SNK.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking. When did ET's people contact us?
They contacted
3
us
weeks
like
ago?
a month ago. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So we've been talking with ET and his people, trying to bring him to trying to get him to come to NCR, and
We got him to sign up. So.
Oh, he did sign up. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's in. We got him to enter on the Smash GG bracket. So.
Okay. And I spoke to Shanghai sponsor. They say Shanghai 100% intends on showing up, but I haven't seen Shanghai enter.
Is he even in Street Fighter 5 brackets yet?
I just don't see him signed up at all.
That'd be weird if he didn't show up for a CPT event.
Well, hopefully he signs up. He doesn't want to be in that death pool for Street Fighter 5.
Maybe he does. Sometimes people just people are asking about if that's even going to be a thing this year because I think
that's an
young
NCR
upstarts.
tradition now.
Yeah, them young upstarts want to get in there and swim with the sharks.
So another thing, if you are coming to NCR, you need to remember to sign up ahead of time, because if you don't sign up ahead of time, you're not going to be seated at all. I'm handling the bracket for NCR. and I'm telling you this as a courtesy to you. If you're coming to NCR, sign up now. Don't sign up at the door, because you're just gonna be filling in a blank spot. That blank spot could be up against someone, could be up against Shanghai, could be up against ET, and it's first come first serve. That's
and
how
if there's enough of you guys, they might have to make another pool just for you, and you could end up.
I am not making another pool.
You're not making another pool?
No.
Okay.
You're going into these whatever.
You're not gonna make a death pool. You should make a KOF death pool.
They don't want that.
Okay.
Not big enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was like, every pool's kind of a death pool.
Nah, just put nah, I'm not gonna insult anybody.
No, dude, because then people are gonna make it to top 8 that should not be in top 8.
Yeah, exactly. But either way, it's not necessary for. Yeah, it's not necessary for KOF at NCR. The event's not big enough. Just there aren't very many events big enough to justify a death bracket for King of Fighters.
Right.
I think Combo Breaker would be the only one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've got that going for us. And in previous years, we've done after-hour streams at NCR.
Yes.
We're planning one right now. We're waiting on the okay to do it again. And if so, we'll have a nice bunch of showcase matches for you guys too. Hero game goods.
I was gonna say it's most likely gonna feature both KOF and Dragon Ball. So.
It's gonna be fun, everybody. And if you're coming to NCR, or if you're in NorCal and you're not going anywhere else, just go to NCR.
Come out and see us, man.
Sacramento is nowhere near as bad as people say it is.
It is not. We got a barbecue spot down there. It's
not
pretty
only
nice.
That, San Francisco, Sacramento. Every year I've been there, it's been enjoyable. Like, people don't leave the venue, and that's why they hate it. They just stay there.
You gotta go walking.
Yeah, I went walking.
There's hookers everywhere.
Yes, there are very many.
Don't give away the tech, dude.
They're at the hotel. They're on the street, and they're lovely. They're really nice.
No, some of them definitely look a little strung out, like that one that pulled the fire alarm.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up right now. But yeah, it's a solid event. There is a lot to do in Sacramento. And SCR was just announced in Ontario. I can tell you this much: Ontario is tremendously worse than Sacramento.
Oh,
right?
Man!
And this is not insulting NCR or SCR in any way. It's very difficult finding a venue in SoCal. So them going to Ontario makes perfect sense. It's just like NCR going to Sacramento instead of the Bay Area. It's very hard to find a large enough venue at a reasonable price, and Sacramento is the place to do it. There's an international airport up there. There's places to eat. There's hotels all around. It's perfect. Genuinely perfect.
I like how you just shit on my backyard. Fuck you, Gibby. Lancaster sucks.
Well, so yeah, I mean it's a step below Ontario, so yeah.
Man, God, you're speaking on shit you don't know, Gibby. The classic. You really are getting old.
I've been to
Getting
Ontario,
old, man.
pal. All right.
Fucking 20 years ago.
We got a strip mall now. Shit.
We got a Shakey's.
Yeah, we got an indoor swap meet now.
But yeah, show up to your events. Watch the events too. Both help. Having high stream numbers encourages event organizers to bring the games back. And I think NCR KOF is going to be good. We usually get over 10K, 15K for it.
Yeah.
I don't see that being any different. Vegas Cup, I don't remember how much it got last year, but we can definitely get it up there, especially with ET showing up.
Hey man, he's a champ right now. He's the man to beat.
Yeah.
Well, Evil World Champ.
He won. He won in Vegas. Okay.
Yeah.
And
that's the one that counts.
He's the champ. We'll see how it works out. We don't know, but it's still gonna be a good show. Be sure to check it out. And again, that's not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday, the 24th, and then NCR is the 30th to the 1st of April, Easter weekend.
Busy month, man. Busy ass month.
Very busy month, man.
Oof.
But yeah, if you're in the area for any of them, feel free to go. Even if you don't enter, show up, support, lose your shit in the crowd.
Oh yeah. And you're gonna want that momentum going in for 3.0 anyway, because it's literally just gonna be like possibly days away. You know, it's not gonna be, oh man, we gotta wait another year for an update. No, it's coming like right after that. So let's get that train rolling, because people are gonna want to play when it comes out. I can almost guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely give yourself something to look forward to here.
All right. We got anything else, boys?
I don't know. I think we covered just about everything. News is coming through the pipeline probably later on this month with a new character. So
I guess a little bit to add to the positivity we're trying to bring. I really do think 3.0 is gonna help it blow up, man. You guys will definitely see that representation here at Game Goons. So if you haven't already, please follow, subscribe if you can, and all the support has and will go into boot camp. Hey, you guys might need some more practice again for some new events. A topic that we've been talking a lot about is commentary in the FGC amongst a lot of games, and I'll tell you what, talent needs to get developed, and we're definitely going to give you guys that opportunity for KOF and other games for boot camps, and it's definitely going to make us triumphant return with KOF because they actually have a decent lobby system.
Yeah.
Burn! Fuck you, Dragon Ball!
Also,
I can't even deny that shit, man.
I've already mentioned this to a few of the KOF commentators. We will be needing commentators for KOF 14 at Evo. So if you're interested and you're unsure if you're a decent commentator or you just want some practice, feel free to join the boot camps. Hit us up.
I'm totally unsure.
I mean, you're always unsure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just hit us up or just hit me up directly, and we'll be good.
Also, to also add to that, Gods of Mayhem is still happening, but obviously that is for a completely different game. But we're still gonna make it work. We're still waiting for the update on that, and I'm kind of mad that that's holding us back from fucking doing KOF shit, because I want that to make that shit work.
Yeah.
One thing at a time, though.
Exactly, one thing at a time. So in future events as well, we would also like to extend the opportunity to other commentators if we can, and that would be a great opportunity to also get to pretty much be a premier commentator for some, I guess, an exhibition, but money's gonna be on the line. It's gonna be for real. It's not gonna be a joke. I would say boot camp's more like practice, but if we put you on for Gods of Mayhem, nah, you're gonna be working. So another opportunity for you guys as well. So just a last thing to add on to that.
And a reminder with all the stuff that you do on the boot camps, and if you do happen to be on a Gods of Mayhem as well, you can use that towards your demo reel to send to events, or your commentator's reel to send to events. Every event, for the most part, requires you to submit a reel now. So you can't just go in saying, I can commentate. You can't do that. Don't work that way. Not even the illustrious Hell Pockets over here can get in without submitting a reel.
Yeah, dude, I had to believe
especially
me.
us. We're already so critical of commentary. We're just gonna fuck yeah, jump on in. Yeah.
Don't play yourself. Get yourself a nice reel, and don't worry much about sound quality, because believe me, if you work for several different companies, you're gonna end up with varying kinds of qualities of sound from your voice. So just splice the stuff together and get it out there mainly. Let the video editors worry about the video editing.
There you go. All right, I mean, that's it for me. You guys have closing comments on anything you guys want to bring up?
No, I feel like, my message is out there. Keep it positive for the game. Get ready for 3.0. Let's see everybody at NCR and Vegas Cup and Evo.
I hope they nerf Joe disastrously.
Wow, you just gotta end it on a cow pie like that, huh? Just gotta step right on in that mud puddle.
Terry doesn't need to get buffed. You guys just don't know how to play him.
I didn't say he needed to get buffed.
I'm not saying you, man. I'm saying these Terry players are complaining.
What are they complaining about? Oh, no, now they're on my remember I was talking about how Terry needed the freaking cross-up? Now they're on that shit. They're like, oh, how come Terry doesn't have a cross-up? Like, man, I've been saying that shit for 2 years.
I'm gonna pick him up, dude. I'm about to play your team.
No.
Except for Nelson. No. Fuck Nelson.
Nah, you ain't messing with Nelson. Only I'm fucking with him.
Nelson can get deleted from the game.
Give you with these. He's warming up them ribs,
So all I've got to say is, everybody, we have this lovely, there you go, we got this lovely Game Goon shirt here, made by our illustrious Meta Ape. He is an evil topic
None of us are
commentator.
wearing it right now.
And what the hell is he talking about? None of us wearing it. What a sack of shit over here. So you can buy that over at teespring.com/stores/game-goons. Can someone put it in the chat, please, if possible? Yeah, every purchase, so it comes back in, supports us. We put every penny that we make back into Game Goons. Obviously, we're not huge. We're not big enough to make money, and that's really not the goal right now. The goal is to just improve everything we're doing, and to help support the community in various ways. Gods of Mayhem, boot camps, and more in the future. So every cent we get goes to those. Sub. We've got a new sub emote that we just got like 2-3 weeks ago. The Goon Head. Hopefully working on a new one soon. We can get 2 more. And yeah, do all that. We'll love, cherish you, everything.
Well, to give you a shout out, you'll be on the Wall of Fame, all that good stuff.
Have my firstborn.
My firstborn.
So yeah, that about it, guys?
That's it.
All right, go for it. Do it.
All right, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching another episode of Fatal Showdown. We'll see you tomorrow from Mount Paizo Arcade, where our special guest will be none other than Fame 96 of Georgia fame, Southern Dragon Ball Fighters player. I want you all to have a good night. And remember, what the hell's my closing line? What did I say?
You're about to say keep it super.
Keep it
That's
super.
what I was waiting on,
Keep it super, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no, man. Like, everybody have a good night, and may your knuckles always burn in the fight.